I'm Jenna.
I'm Beth.
So glad to be with you. What a treat.
So glad to be with you, Jenna.
Agreed.
As per you.
Yeah.
Hi, friends.
What's happening? How is everyone?
Yeah, would love to hear how you guys are doing.
Fill us in. Can you hear us? Can you see us? Where are you tuning in from? You guys know my very favorite question is, where are you tuning in from?
You know what your second favorite question used to be?
Tell me.
Do you remember this?
What are you drinking?
What are you drinking?
Yeah.
Yes, every time.
I love.
And I'm just dying because I have four
New
drinks
Mexico.
right now.
Let's see. Let's get them.
4 different drinks.
Let's see them.
I have just the remnants of my coffee, good to the last drop, you know?
Wow, this is ASMR with Beth's coffee.
I have water that I have not
Puerto
had.
Rico.
I have not had enough of.
Can you come this way?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay, water.
Then
Got it. Check.
I have carbonated water, sparkling water.
Because why don't you need that
I
also?
don't know.
You know?
I don't know. But I went in the fridge to get you water.
Sweet.
And I saw this and I was like, that sounds good.
You're like, I don't need it, but I'll take it.
And I'm drinking it.
All right, anything else?
Yeah,
Steamy
yeah.
Connecticut?
Then-
It's hot there? Tell me about Connecticut.
Then I have hot tea. Because my little voice.
Baby,
my
it's
little
hot here.
voice.
She
I
is
know.
hydrated, Justine.
I'm trying to be, you guys. I drank so much water yesterday. I was very proud of myself.
You guys, you know what I wish? I wish that sometimes we were like a news channel and we could report on you the latest Catholic news. Don't you think that'd be fun?
I've never heard this dream of yours.
I
Take
just
it
think
away.
it would be fun.
Take it away. Give it a shot.
What's going on?
What is going on?
I don't
Jenna?
know. I would have to read the news.
You'd have to do some research.
Can you come
to
at
make
the
this
same
stream.
level as me?
Friend, well,
Thank
I
you.
don't.
There you
yeah,
go.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I can.
Now they can see your beautiful face and your pores.
Wow.
You know?
Is that true, Steph?
Ooh, Catholic NBA. So, well, see, I could just read the comments. They could give me the news.
You guys probably know
It's
the
like-
news more than we
It's
do.
like a crowdsourcing news anchor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys tell us stuff and we'll make up stuff about it.
From Stephanie Salinas, live in
This
living
just
color.
in.
This just in. See, she's an expert. Catholic NBA head coach wins some sort of championship. Was it your husband?
NBA
Steph?
friend, NBA head coach.
NBA head coach, not Steph's husband.
I thought that was over. I
3
thought the
NBA
NBA
championships. Hi, Lexi.
not 3, the.
Here's
Is that
lesson
true?
number 1 for this news anchor: learn how to read. You know?
I think you're doing great. It was last night. The
He's
Celtics,
Catholic?
not Celtics, right? Celtics. Boston.
I didn't know he was Catholic.
The Boston Celtics.
It's not Celtics, friend. Are you?
I know.
for
I'm
real?
being silly.
Oh,
No, I'm being silly. I'm
I
being
was
silly.
like, okay.
Yeah, the
Here
Celtics.
in England, the latest news is our lectionary is changing this Advent. What is happening?
Wow,
Nicola?
what's happening? We gotta get someone on the scene. We gotta
He's
get someone.
super Catholic, Renee said.
Yeah, this is the guy, I think, right, who they always try to ask
I
him
don't know.
things and he always answers with like the Holy Family. He like says the most.
Like, what do you mean? Like, who won you the championship tonight, Coach? How is that defense, the Holy Family?
I remember some like, yeah, Steph, do you know the interview I'm talking about? They asked him something about Father's Day or like being a father and he
That
was like,
matches.
well, I just look at the Holy Family, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
What?
Yeah, he's very
I'm obsessed with him.
Yeah, he's very. I think, Steph, is this the right coach? Where they asked him, like, how do you feel being, like, the first, like, this NBA championship has, like, 2 black head coaches. And he's like, I wonder how many Christian head coaches there have been in the past. And, like, no one responded.
Are you kidding?
I'm dead serious.
See, this is where I want to pull it up.
Yeah.
We could do a clip. See? Wouldn't that be fun,
Yeah.
guys? And I could be like, hey, Jeremy, can you pull up the clip for us? And
Hey,
then
Jer.
we watch it
Jer,
together.
camera ready?
They asked him about the royal family, and
That's
he
it, the
replied,
royal family.
Jesus, Mary,
Do you
and
mean
Joseph.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph?
No.
Yeah. So I can't remember why they asked him about the royal family. Maybe they were visiting or something?
Who doesn't want to talk about the royal family? Everyone likes to talk about the royal family. I cannot relate, but people love it. People love the fam.
I do love it.
I've only watched 1 episode of The Crown, so I don't get it.
Well, the first season is not great, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And also it is kind of devastating. the
Oh,
whole
he was
thing.
in the same room as the royal family. Were they at the Celtics game?
Yeah, he did say something like that.
Why, you guys? I love that you know him.
Yeah.
You guys need to be on this news show. He was in Wales.
You guys, I'm just not into basketball.
This is very sweet.
Jenna can't relate to that. Yeah.
That's okay.
Rhonda, what? The first season, The Crown is the best? All right.
Corinna, is it Corinna or Karina?
He did not say that, Wendy.
Is he doing that, Wendy? Tell the people.
Wendy
News just
says,
in.
this just in. Wendy reports that head coach, that we don't know his name,
Karina,
of the Boston
love.
Celtics, said, if we win the championship this year,
name?
we're flying to Jerusalem and we're walking from Jericho to Jerusalem.
How long is that, Beth?
It's not close.
As someone who is on the ground reporting in Jerusalem
I would love to
before.
be on the ground reporting from Jerusalem. Love Jerusalem. Next
Why is
year,
it so hot
Jerusalem,
in
that's
here?
what they say. Steph, I know it's Celtics.
This just in from Patricia on YouTube.
Reminder, drink more water every day.
Okay, are there any other news
And I
in the
couldn't
Catholic
agree with
world?
you more, Patricia. I have 4 beverages, all water-based. Coffee is water-based. Hot tea is water-based. Sparkling water is water.
Coffee is not good for
And
you
I
like
have,
that.
yeah, yes. Joe Missoula, God bless him and keep him. Praise God. I'm being serious. This is your dream, friend. We're living your dream.
I'm so grateful. I just wish I had the YouTube to pull up the clips.
You want to?
Yeah, I want to put them
You
right
can
here
do
in
that
front
later.
of our face.
You can put it. Okay.
All right, no one's giving us any more news. Okay, Beth, read them the catechism.
You want to get into that?
What do you mean? What
so,
are we doing here?
Why don't you tell them what we're talking about
Go
today?
ahead.
We're talking about making room for friends. And the emoji, if you saw the cover photo, you guys probably don't pay attention to
I
this
like
stuff,
this
but I
emoji
do.
now, the heart one.
You
I think
do?
It's sweet. Steph did it.
Steph always does it.
I like it.
These
What's your guys' favorite emoji for friends?
Love
like
that.
when you send friend emoji. Like, look what I use
What's
on the
your-
app. I use the purple heart.
Yeah, that used to be your favorite, and it's no more.
No,
now
it
it's
is. I
that.
love that one.
Now
no,
it's
no,
that.
this isn't my favorite. I just
What's
like
your
it.
all-time favorite emoji?
Purple heart.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm always cycling through. These Gen Z gals really keep me on my toes with
Do they
with the
change it?
emojis. Yeah.
Okay. Morgan, I do think that's a sweet
Love
heart.
that one, Morgan. But I've moved on from the heart with the 2
Like, so
sparkles.
sweet.
You know what Aubrey got me into? The heart with the arrow.
Why? What does that mean?
I don't know. It's just so sweet.
love
I'm
the
sending love
kiss.
to you. Get it? Like send.
Oh.
That's what-
When you sent it to me, it felt like it was like love is leaving. You know what I mean?
That's
It's like
I've
I'm
never-
sailing away from me
never
on
heard
an
of that.
arrow. Love the burning heart.
yeah. I love that when we're talking about Jesus or like
Totally.
the Sacred Heart.
Wendy loves hugs.
Wendy, for years, that was my favorite emoji.
I also don't get this one.
No, Rhonda, that is too much.
Wait, which emoji?
My pastor said the emoji with 3 hearts reminds him of the Trinity,
No.
so I use it. Tamsin, this is interesting that you brought up the sun. I don't know if you've noticed, there are multiple sun emojis, but there is only one appropriate sun emoji to use.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I just love what Wendy said. We don't hug enough. Yeah, I think Karina's right. It's like you pierced my heart. I don't understand it.
Yeah, pierce my
It's
heart.
like
Soft
I
heart.
hurt you.
No.
Yeah.
It's very sweet.
It's strange.
For a long
Patricia
time, I
loves
used
prayer,
this. I
obviously.
didn't
So good.
know that this was a hug.
What did you think it meant, baby?
Like, hi. And then one day, actually, it was Father Mark Mary said something to me, like, that you're so the hug emoji. I was like, is that guy hugging? I thought he was just
Yeah.
saying hi.
When you type in hugs.
Now
it
I
comes
feel
up.
weird. Now I'm like, people have been misreading my emojis. Clearly. I sent you something the other day, and I was like, what does
pierced heart.
that mean to you? No. It was something else. And I was like, what does that mean to you? And you said something. Oh, you know what? The guy.
Which one? With the glasses?
The
Oh,
guy
the
with
eye with the
stuck out.
droopy eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think that's a fun emoji. Tell them what you think that emoji means.
Well, yeah, just like, life's crazy.
But you don't mind. I'm like, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
like not good. But you used it funny.
Yeah.
You thought it was sweet.
It is funny. I think he's a funny guy.
I
all
feel
wacky.
like we weren't on the same page about
That's
with
right,
that.
PD.
Yeah.
It rarely happens. I thought this was
Is that
jazz
true,
hands.
Jenna? Is that true? We're rarely on the same
Cuties.
page.
Yeah.
Come on. That's not true.
You think we're more often not on the same page.
I think we're more often on the same page.
That's what I just said.
Is that what she said, you guys? We're not on the same page right now, I'll tell you what.
This is the opposite of what I think. When I do that, Wendy said, I am 60. Weird face. I'm trying to say, don't take me too seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Justine, we don't know if we agree or disagree.
Justine doesn't know either. It's not clear.
I'm curious. I'm curious who here is able in their friendships to be vulnerable in their friendships.
I prefer
BD,
it.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about making room for friends.
Yeah.
And sure, there's a practical, there's a logistical element to that we have to make space in our schedules. We have to be intentional, invite people into our homes. But I would say, and that might feel like a real obstacle. That might feel like a real barrier. Like, where am I going to find the time? I don't have the space. I live in a studio. I'm like, am I going to have people over? Is that weird? But I would actually say the more difficult space to make is right here. I wasn't trying to be funny. It sounds so cheesy, but is it not true? Now, I prefer...
That's a good question, Patricia.
I prefer, like, if we're not going to be vulnerable, I just don't have time for it. If I'm being totally honest with you.
Yeah.
I do not have time for chit-chat, small talk. But if you want to talk to me about the Lord, if you want to talk to me about things that matter, I'm getting better. I'm getting better at just letting people be at their own pace and talk about their things and realizing that some people have to build up to that, but that's not me.
Yeah, I love chit chat. I think it's so fun to learn things about people. Like, where are you from?
Yeah,
who might you know that I love, like, connecting people.
Jenna.
Like, oh, do you know so-and-so? And they're like, no, I live in a 8 million person city. I don't know that person. You know what I mean?
Totally.
I think it's so fun.
Jenna's very good at that. Very good at making people feel at ease and chat. I'm like, when are you going to tell me something real? That's
Steph
me.
said, I can only be vulnerable with 3 to 4 peeps, but can let others be vulnerable with me.
Don't I know it, Steph?
Yeah. What about you guys? Are you on the vulnerability train or are you on the chit-chat train?
Now,
or both?
That is very true. Also, what's your go-to to get people to chit-chat, open up, or...
Well, how do you can't just go into it with someone without knowing anything about them.
I do it a lot, actually.
Yeah. Well, because you were generally at, like, a prayer thing. And so you can say, how's your prayer?
The context.
Which I get that.
Yeah.
But, like, if we're just meeting someone on the street.
Yeah, do I meet people
I got a
on
Bible.
the street?
You want a Bible?
Jenna?
Got a Bible.
I should have known. Are you going
to tell the people? Tell them what happened.
Last night we had a blessed she 10.
I'm making Beth a new shirt. She's going to tell you the history.
I am so excited for my new shirt, you guys. Some of you know. Raise your hand. That could also be raise your hand.
It's not. This is.
I don't know.
This is weird.
Emojis mean what they mean, to you personally. Anyway, last night we had this blessed she night, and
how do you identify with your emoji?
I was giving a talk, and a gentleman came in the room, clearly, but unstable.
I think the word is vagrant, isn't it?
I don't know.
Is that the word?
I don't know actually that that's the word. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he was a vagrant.
Yeah.
A person without a settled home or regular work who wanders from place to place and lives by begging. I'm sure this gentleman...
I'm just saying that's a word I think...
Yeah, probably applied to this guy. Yeah. And at first I wanted to, in charity, think, oh, he wandered in here because this is like a center for prayer. Maybe he's connected to the community and we just don't know him, or he doesn't know there's an outside event happening. But I felt like in my spirit, like, this is not okay. Anyway, this gentleman comes in. He seems to be praying, seems a bit unstable. I'm just trying to power through and give a talk. And it is not going well. Anyway, Steph, I don't know how to tell him what happened.
Steph tried to ask him to leave.
Yeah.
He was being very loud and
belligerent.
I would say aggressive.
Very aggressive. I wasn't
Yeah.
even near him, and I felt the aggression.
Yeah. Steph was like, we're trying to have an event. This is a women's event. And he's
Is that what
just
she was
yelling.
saying?
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, lots of accusations of, like, you're threatening me.
He was upset.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Still
anyway,
standing up there trying to give a talk at this point.
he stands up to walk out. And I'm like, so then I stand up. I'm like, yeah, let's go outside.
Jenna's so good at this, you guys. If you've ever seen Jenna in any kind of she's like, let's go outside. Let's just go outside. It's like she's talking to one of her toddlers. It's amazing. It puts me at ease. I'm very upset. I'm very concerned about Jenna, you know? So then he's moving toward Jenna. There's a lot of pointing and more yelling and threats. we have to laugh about it.
Yeah. So then what happened, BD? Beth had the mic.
Well, this gentleman
It was sad, Justine.
was expressing a desire for a Bible.
He wanted a
Because
Bible.
I was preaching the word, you know? And he was saying nonsensical things about God and the Bible. And anyway, I felt, from where I was standing, I felt like he was kind of moving toward Jenna aggressively with his, and so anyway, he said this thing about,
The parable of the sower set him off, Steph said.
Steph, come on.
He was like, where is this in Matthew 19 or
Yeah,
something?
he did want to know where it was in the Bible. Get me a Bible. I need a Bible.
Yeah.
And so anyway, he's like moving. I just felt a little bit whatever.
Yeah,
for
not
Jenna.
safe.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I just said, do you need a Bible? I have a Bible. Do you want a Bible? Jenna thinks she
You want a
remembers.
Bible? I got a Bible. I
That's-
got a Bible right
That is,
here. I
you
got a
guys, that is
Bible.
not what I said. But Jenna promises that's what I said.
I wish I
She
had it on
can't.
video.
She
It was
literally
so
won't
good.
stop saying, you want a Bible? I got a Bible.
So I'm going to make Beth a shirt that says, you want a Bible? I got a Bible. You know?
Which isn't that kind of
Kind of amazing.
a great shirt?
Yeah.
I want to wear that shirt in real life. You want a Bible? I got a Bible. I'll give you a Bible. You can have my Bible. That is what happened. Anyway, so I gave him my Bible.
Yeah.
And as
Bible
we're
went
coming
bye-bye.
down from this traumatic event, all Jenna's talking to me about is how I gave away a $60
She
Blessed
gave
is
away
Sheep
Blessed
Bible.
is Sheep Bible. Who here would love a Blessed is Sheep Bible? You know?
You guys, you want a Bible?
Beth gave
I
away
got a
the
Bible.
last one.
I got a Bible.
See?
Yeah.
Shalom. Karina. Beth no longer has one to give away.
I
You want a
don't
Bible?
have it anymore.
And then a little pointing. Blessed is she Bible.
I was like, can I have another Bible? Jenna's like, no. Did you pay for the first Bible that you gave away for free? No. Anyway, yeah, I do. I like the idea of the shirt. Anyway, that's what happened.
I can't make it for Beth because it's like traumatic. If she puts it on, it'll be like reliving the situation.
It actually helps. You know what I mean? I think it helps to like laugh at things, you know?
Yeah.
Not as like a weird coping. I think we're acknowledging. Like we went
Yeah, it was.
in
scary.
adoration, we like went and like prayed binding prayers because I could just feel like this man, God bless him, had like a lot going on and brought a lot in the room with him. So just was praying prayers of protection for the women and just for us to be. But then it was good to laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just thinking about the flares, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what we're up to. We're trying to recover from that. Maybe.
Patricia, we're in Phoenix, Metro Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah. So we host these nights in Tempe right near ASU.
Yeah.
It's a busy place. It's a busy little downtown area, you know?
Yeah.
We have a list of learnings. We learned some things last night.
Always learning.
Always learning. We talked
You know?
about that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. We
Anyway.
don't have to rehash it. You guys know.
I actually do think, I'm not trying to do this, but I do think the Blessed Is She 10 nights are a good example of making room for friends.
Yeah.
Because I think especially on a Monday night and in the summer when things are weirdly especially busy, we think we'll have more room. We think we'll have more space. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. It's somehow worse in the summer. Maybe you're overscheduling them. Maybe it's just the reality of you have the time so they can do these outside things. Anyway, to have an opportunity to come and enter into community and like prioritize friendship, relationships, prayer in the midst of a very busy schedule, like you do have to be quite intentional about it.
Yeah.
It would be easier, especially on a Monday when things are like it's going to be a busy week. Like this is for me. This is the thing that can go away. We can't miss these things, but like, do I really need friends? And I would argue you really do. You got to make room in your schedule for that.
Yeah. I think it can feel like it's so busy. I don't want to make time for this, or it's the first thing that can go. But like last night, every other Monday we have adoration. And so I was like, this is the only place I need to be. Like, I just need to be in front of the Lord, and that ended up not happening, thanks to our friend. But
for us,
he was there. Like, this is the most important thing. This is the only place I need to be to make the rest of my life even seemingly okay.
Yeah. Do you know what I think is challenging about that kind of a thing? And I think it's it's almost like a kingdom reality or principle, because I think the same thing applies to rest. It actually takes a lot of work to rest, whereas what we want to do is zone out. And maybe that's the temptation either way, that it takes this effort to like get in the car, especially when it's like over 100 degrees, you're tired, you're busy. Yeah, it takes a lot of effort and intentionality. It takes some muscle emoji.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you really got to dig deep sometimes to like do something that's good for you. It's the same of like going to the gym or drinking more water. Like, to do things that actually make you feel better and are good for you takes effort.
Yeah.
But we think, it's not easy, and the path of least resistance is to just have a quiet night at home. But what do you end up doing? I just end up on my phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I live alone, though, so maybe that's a unique temptation to me, but I don't think so. So it takes effort when we don't have a lot of strength or energy. We have to use that, like, grit and fortitude to make it happen, persevere through the tiredness in order to find the rest that is actually good for us. Yeah. I read a book, I used to talk about it all the time, called Sacred Rest, that talked about like 5 or 6 different kinds of rest and how there is a legitimate need for social rest. Like, and you could argue, whatever, introvert, extrovert, sure, know thyself, great. You need to acknowledge your temperament, your needs, whatever. But we need relationships where our souls can rest. Another word for that is just friendship, you know? But I've made, over the past couple of years, a number of new friends and that have become deep and meaningful friendships, important friendships for me. And it's a bit like dating. Like, it takes a lot of effort. Yeah. You have to build up to the intimacy. You have to put in the FaceTime. It's not immediately gratifying. You can't immediately, like when I'm with Jenna, I can immediately, like, I feel safe. But that took years, right? So
not for me. I was feeling good from the beginning. It took Beth a little while. Sometimes it does.
That's just my own trauma. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's okay. Do you want a Bible?
You want a Bible? I got a Bible. You can have my Bible. It'll be $60. You could that. Venmo Blessed Is She, please, so I don't get in trouble from my boss who's in the back of the room. Thankfully, she's also my best friend.
Okay. Eva over on the app said, I have no friends. I've tried to make some as an adult, but it hasn't worked. I've been told I'm a little awkward. I'm very quiet. Would love to have some friends. Been praying for that.
Eva.
That's beautiful.
Thank you for sharing that. That was very vulnerable of you, which tells me that you are a good friend and you will be a good friend. And can I just tell you something? I have some very dear friends who are a little bit awkward, and I adore them. Yeah. They're just so real and precious and honest. I think it's actually very honest to be awkward. Like, you are yourself and you're not relaxed yet. And I really welcome that. So sometimes I just think, like, you just got to find the right people. Yeah. You just have to find your people, which does take time. Yeah. You know?
I have a friend who said to me once that they were shy, and it was just so helpful for me to understand like it may feel awkward, but it's not because they don't like me or it was something I said. It's just that they're genuinely shy. And so in particular situations, they open up more. Like when we're one-on-one.
Totally. Or
in a particular topic of conversation. Like this really lights them up and the conversation flows better. But yeah, I do think it's kind of helpful to even say that up front. I don't know if that's possible, but I love that you guys are making friends on the DMs.
Yeah, I do think you can say, like, this is new for me. Or, like, I haven't had a lot of luck with friendship. There is something about vulnerability, and someone mentioned this above, like, vulnerability begets vulnerability. And it takes courage to be the first one to say it.
Yeah.
And it's hard when you're not met with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a gift to the other person, even if they're not able to match it. And who knows when or how that will come back around for them. Maybe in the moment they can't respond, but like later, you know?
Yeah.
I just think keep being you, Eva.
I agree. All right, YouTube and Facebook people, come on over to the app to continue this convo with us. Loving the chat in the app.
Yeah.
So you guys are amazing.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next week. Actually, we're going to see you on the app right now. So
come on over. Bless
Connect,
She app.
Yeah, connect.blessedshe.net. Bye, guys.
Bye, gals.